This podcast may contain questionable language, will contain spoilers, is already going really well, and is surprised at how savage the Twitterverse can be.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 152 of MovieDrone. I'm needing a holiday, Steve.
I'm having 4-day strike, Marc. Yeah, I'm on strike 4 days.
What are you on strike for?
I'm just mentally tired from work, and all I'm doing every weekend is either working. So I've gone on strike for 4 days.
Oh yeah,
I'm not doing nothing.
Right.
I'm not. So I've even had some people ask me questions. I've had some phone calls. I'm just not doing nothing.
Right. Is it like Carry On at Your Convenience? Is that what it was, the Carry On film? Where
I don't know. I just need a break. I just need 4 days striking.
Well, you just take holiday.
That's what I've done. So I've got Friday or today actually as holiday.
Right.
I've got Monday as holiday, and then I've got weekend. So I'm doing no jobs.
Okay. Get you now.
Strike.
Right.
I'm walking around with a placard.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So how have you been then, mate?
I've been all right, mate. Thanks. Been all right. Yeah. It's all been all right. We had a nice weekend, didn't we? We went to Timmy's birthday. Yeah, we had a nice little sort of drink up there. You missed the best part of it.
Did I?
Yeah, you missed a most amazing thing in the world.
Did I?
I'll tell you about it later because it won't mean anything to anyone else. But it was absolutely amazing.
All right.
So I felt a little bit rough Sunday morning.
Okay.
Had an amazing surprise from the missus.
Right.
So I've got a hero, right? I don't really do celeb like or loving. Oh, he's my friend. But I've got one bloke who's my absolute hero, and he's basically doing an Airbnb, right? So I'm going to stay in his back garden.
Times are hard, are they?
Well, I think he's off doing like TV series and stuff.
Right.
So his missus needs something to do, keep herself busy. So they've got something called an explorer's globe in their garden, right? Which hangs from this big oak tree. So it's basically a tree in a tent.
Right.
A tent in a tree.
Right. Tree in a tent?
Yeah, not a tree in a tent. A tent in a tree.
Okay.
Let's try it that way round.
Right.
So you basically sleep in a tree hanging from a tent. Sleep in a tent hanging. That's really hard. Yeah, I'd sleep in a tent hanging from a tree.
I'm not editing that out.
No, don't, mate.
No.
I did it all on purpose.
Right.
So it's hanging globe tent.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
Does it?
It does.
Right.
For me, mate.
Right.
So my plan is I'm going to get myself a Whittling knife. Right. So my plan is to start the weekend with a bottle of red wine and a long stick, and I'm going to whittle till I got a small stick, and then I'm going to go and get another longer stick and whittle, and I'm going to sort of time myself to how many times per 10 minutes I go, oh, that was close. When that was close gets a little bit too sort of close together, then I'll stop whittling.
Right, please don't stop saying whittling. Stop saying whittling.
I'm getting some whittling knives. I'm going whittling, mate. It's going to be great. Halfway to Crimbo today as well, mate.
Is it?
To let you know, yeah.
Terrific.
But the biggest part of my week this week, apart from my amazing gift, which I'm really, really chuffed about, right? You don't live with kids, do you?
No.
Well, I do, right? Basically, as you're probably aware of this anyway, they are fucking useless, right? They are fucking useless. You have to do stuff for them. Like one of them, you even have to put like toothpaste on his toothbrush and stuff like that. Basically, generally, day to day, fucking useless, right? You end up just doing everything for them. Literally, can I have some food? You have to cook the food.
Right.
Like you go in there and all the plates are there and you're like, isn't no one clearing up? Or is it just, I'm busy on my pad? All stuff like that.
Right.
We have taught the older one to make a cup of tea. Right. Fucking great. She's amazed because it's like a novelty for her. So this morning, 9 o'clock, comes in the bedroom, got a cup of tea for you.
Lovely.
She's bringing cups of tea everywhere.
Brilliant.
She literally sits there because it's a novelty for her. She goes, did anyone want a cup of tea? Goes and makes a cup of tea. Finally, they have a use.
How long before they schooled themselves? Not long.
We're nowhere near letting the little one near it.
Right.
So it's just the big one.
Okay.
Little one said earlier, can I help? No. So the big one's on it.
Okay.
Because she's allowed to stay up a little bit later now. I think she's trying to suck up a bit.
Right.
But ultimately, mate, getting cups of tea bought to me.
Excellent.
We don't have to have that because Missy, I don't know whether Gill does this. You'll know. So you'll sit there and you'll go, you know it's coming. So you think, I need a piss. So you get up to have a piss and they go, oh, while you're up. And they've been sitting there for an hour waiting for you to get up so you can do them a cuppa.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know.
They do it, mate. Trust me.
Right.
Do it. Sit there. Just sort of go to get up. And then she go, while you're up, just go, oh, just stretching, sit back down.
I just say no. I just go, no, I'm not. Oh, no.
Do you? Do you get away with it?
Just go, no, I ain't got to go nowhere near the kitchen.
All right. See, I couldn't be dealing with it. I just
Piss in the sink of the kitchen if you want. Do it while I'm there. If it's out my way, fuck off.
Not happening.
No.
Anyway, mate, Hollybobs, how'd it go?
I mean, I need another one. It's tiring, isn't it? Spent 8 hours on the road today. So,
8 hours?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
much.
Stopping every mile?
Well, I got to top a car off, haven't we? Well, free
mate.
electric.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Really?
Twice we plugged in on the way home. Free electric.
How far did you get out of that thing?
240 miles.
How far do you have to drive?
I don't know.
So how long do you have to stand in as the car park?
No, didn't we just topped it up as we went? You know what I mean? Anyway, free electric.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you go to the motorway service station, free electric.
It's good, isn't it?
It is good,
So
yeah.
you basically had a free journey.
Yeah, dog pram went down well.
Yeah.
He loved it.
He
Didn't
looks gangster,
didn't he?
mate.
In the photos,
Yeah.
he fucking loved it. If
I think
anyone
that's-
who's got a dog,
Yeah.
it's getting a bit old, buy a dog pram. Brilliant.
He's 11 and I genuinely saw the picture of him smiling.
It's fucking good.
I don't believe for a minute he had the sunglasses and the cigar in his mouth. But he
That might
looked
have been
gangster.
doctored. Yeah. No Wi-Fi, mate. Didn't have Wi-Fi while I was away and no phone signal. Struggling with the notes and that this week. Sort of, I've only got half of what I need.
Right.
So it might be a bit of a problem.
Does sound amazing though, mate.
Fucking no Wi-Fi.
I know.
It's
Doesn't that
no
sound
good.
amazing?
No, not for me, mate.
We've
Not
got
for me.
the same on our break. We was told there's probably not a lot of phone signal there and there's certainly no Wi-Fi. I was like, fucking winner.
Yeah.
All we need is 999 to work for when I use my Whittling knife down my hand.
Yeah, it's probably not going to. No, you're probably going to bleed to death.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'd look forward to hearing that story from Cassie. So, no, but we had a nice holiday. Thank you very much, Gill, for organising that. It was a long way away. It was very nice. We had nice weather on that, so thank you very much. Sheep are big fuckers, aren't they? Aren't they fucking big?
Dumb.
Aren't they big?
They are big and dumb.
Are they?
Yeah. They are the stupidest animals in the world.
Are they? I did see one lay down and shit on itself.
There is nothing behind those eyes, mate.
Is there not?
No. My boss has got some actually on his land, and I actually went to his land with one of the blokes from work, and he kept swearing to me that this sheep was charging him.
Right.
Every time I turned around, this sheep was like nothing. And one time he actually hit the deck because it hit him so hard, and it was as I turned around and he saw it, it just ran at him, knocked him over.
Oh, I've had them following me around.
They're big lumps, aren't they?
Oh, mate, they're big.
Lots
Did
of
not
meat
like
on them.
that,
They
yeah.
taste yummy and all.
There you go.
Yeah.
Big sheep.
Sheep. Any of the dogs roll in the sheep shit?
No.
Oh.
I think Ralph eats all sorts of shit anyway. So
Okay.
don't really matter. Bird shit, sheep
No
shit,
rolling.
dog shit.
George would have rolled in that
Would he?
first opportunity.
Good. All right, you got any thanks in, mate?
Yes, mate. I've got thanks to beautiful Little Nick, St Paul's Filmcast, Steve from Everything I Learned from Movies Pod, What Should We Watch, Podcast HQ, Right Stuff Reviews, WTM, Nerdrovert, Forza Crowd, Ronnie Cassol, Tim, Lewis Riehm, the Manic Pixie Weirdo Pod, the Dyson's Effect, and Ian McIntyre.
Excellent. I've got some special thanks for people who've gone the extra mile on Twitter. So I've got Gill, Cassie, VHS Strikes Back, Jamie Russell, Cinema Recall, Glyn, Shaun Panda Nicholson, Emma at the Movies, Mr. Positivity, Wolfie T, Jamie Irwin, LJ Human, Ryan, the Light Sittingbourne, Mike and Oscar, Movies on the Way, and the Movie Journey podcast.
Oh, thank you all
Thank you
so
very much, everybody. I think you've got a promo this week.
I have, mate.
Hi, this is Mouse.
I'm Weens.
We have the Mouse and Weens podcast. I'm the mom that lives in suburbia with 3 kids.
I'm Balone.
She's the hot Hollywood
Cat lady.
and we have a fun podcast where we talk about life, love, and
Loneliness.
pubic hair. Come
Oh,
on.
sorry.
We hope you come take a listen to us. We're on all the platforms, and we will see you soon.
I have PMS.
Well, that sounds fun, doesn't it?
They crack me up, honestly. You wouldn't have seen it this week, but there was an amazing video on Twitter
Right.
where they was playing basketball outside this beautiful house. It was really beautiful, palm trees, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I can confirm Mouse is a demon with the basketball.
Really?
If she stood 10 foot closer and could shoot. Other than that, mate, it was a little bit short. That's all I'm going to say.
Have they invited you to the Facebook group? Have they invited me to? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Bad luck, mate.
I'm the one that listens and I don't get any involved, mate.
There you go. So please listen to our friends, Mouse and Weens.
Yes.
All right then, mate.
Yeah.
Play your theme tune.
Welcome to the Marc reads some film lines in some similar voices, and Steve has to guess the film from the lines read to get points game. Hashtag what's that film?
There we go. That's livened me up a little bit. A little bit tired, mate. It's a long old journey, that, isn't it? 8
You
hours.
sound a bit tired, mate, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all that electromagnetism going round your head, mate. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
probably.
Sitting in a giant electromagnet car.
Maybe. So, mate, this is the what's that film?
Yeah.
Who got what and what was it?
Oh, mate, savage this week. Savage. So it was a Dark Knight. Simply The Dark Knight. Nothing else. Jamie Russell got 4.
Right.
Portwork got 3. Dave Horrocks got 4.
Yeah.
Emma got 4. Scott and his missus couldn't understand any of them. Apparently. Glyn. Well, I don't know if you saw it, mate. Poll didn't go well for him. Poll didn't go well. Accused me of being a little bit harsh.
I mean, if I'm going to hold my hand up and say what my stance on it is,
Yeah, go on.
I think it should have been a 4.
Okay.
I think that obviously on every DM guess,
Yeah.
if you get it wrong the first time, in theory, you can't just keep guessing for 5, can you?
No.
So the next guess, if
Depends
you get
whether
it
you've
right.
listened to the rest of them, though, doesn't it?
Right, yeah, I suppose.
Depends what clue you're guessing on.
Right, yeah, but
but-
I think if the way that it does it, if you then guess again, I think it should be 4. So I would have given Glyn 4.
But Jamie Russell, he was leading, mate. He was leading the rebellion. Yeah, he was out there causing trouble. But yeah, everyone voted to give him none.
Right,
Now, I think that's harsh.
okay.
I'll be honest. You reckon 4, they reckon none. I'm going to give him an honorary 2. You might not be happy with it.
I mean, that doesn't really work out anyway. But
No, but
there
I'm
you go.
going halfway. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't think he deserves to blank on it.
Okay.
He
Alright.
said it was you'll see my air quotes, a mistake. But we'll see what happens this week.
What did you get?
Jill, mate. Over to you, that one. How many did Jill get, mate?
Well, it's 5 again, isn't it? Because I made another mistake. So I'm reading out to Jill the information about the Twitter, and I happened to read the Glyn's DMs
Yeah.
and gave away, basically.
So she got 5 again.
She got 5 again, yeah, I'll give it away.
Good job, mate.
There we go.
Anyway, try
Right.
this one, shall we?
Okay.
I think I've gone hard.
Have you?
I think I've gone hard.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Right.
We will see.
Okay.
So 5 points then, mate. What's it feel? I won't give you a gun if it were World War III.
Dearie me.
Ignore that impression.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ignore it totally.
Brilliant.
It's
Good job.
American. That's a damn.
No, I don't know.
No. This one should give you a clue if you know the scene. So 4 points. What's it feel? You guys know how to pole vault? Could do that in a woman's voice if you want. You guys know how to pole vault?
I'll take it as for a woman then.
Well, yeah.
I mean, who knows what's going on with the impressions? Oh, mate,
Can't
I
be that
don't
many
know.
films with pole vaulting in,
No,
mate. You know what I mean?
Is there pole vaulting in it?
Yeah, well, a version of.
Okay, no, I don't
Right, 3 points then, mate. What's that feel? Hey, check this out. I found the ass end.
know. I suppose it's easy, is it? Really?
No, it's not easy.
Okay, no,
not
I don't
easy.
know.
I think I've gone harder.
No, I don't know.
2 points then, mate.
Yeah.
What's that film? Well, fuck you.
Well, it could be anything, but no,
No.
don't know.
1 point then, mate. What's that film? That's how they get you. They're under the goddamn ground. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, mate.
That is hard.
It is hard, isn't it?
That is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought, keep getting told off because I want specifics.
Jesus, that's going to be hard for everyone. Hey?
I don't know.
Oh dear, I got one.
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah.
I'll be impressed with that, mate.
Blimey,
It's
mate,
all
that's
in the
gone
club.
really hard. Don't put everyone
Do
off
you
your.
think?
Don't put everyone off your game.
I think that's
will
gone
you?
too hard.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Should we call it double points this week then?
Do you want to move on?
Yes, mate.
Okay. Well, actually, if you think you've got it,
Yeah.
send it via DM and
Yeah.
let us know how many. What do you think it is? How many you got?
Yeah.
There you go. All right then.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yes, mate.
This is.
Marc's mail sack.
Okay, so Mark's mail set. I'm not sure, mate, how many we've got or nothing. I haven't had Wi-Fi. I haven't had anything.
No.
I haven't been able to check nada.
Right.
I presume we've got something,
We have.
but we would need some more.
We do need some more.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
So where can people send them?
They can send us to us at Twitter or Instagram, which is at movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com.
Please do. Please do. I mean, I've got Wi-Fi on that now. I'll be able to read them as soon as they come through.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, moving on.
Yes, mate.
This is the next section. This is the section that we love to call
Question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
So we got a question in.
We do.
Who's it from? What's it about?
Well, mate, this is one I forgot about it.
All right.
Forgot about it. I'll be honest with you. I then thought, oh no, we got some saved. Screenshotted it. This is from Robert. Right. Now, do you know when you was at school, when everyone was making, you was probably at work by then, but everyone was making their first email addresses.
Do you know what? I mean, when I started work, there wasn't any such thing.
No, I know. So when you was
it?
into work a few years, you probably would have missed it. But when I was at school, all the kids were making their email addresses, and you'd thinking, Christ, what you done? I just used my name. Right. And it's stood me in good stead. But do you know when people send emails through and it comes through? Robert did his when he was 14 by the looks of it. But thank you, Robert. But he said, listen to your latest episode. Bearing in mind this is a few eps ago, mate. And here Marc wants to be a cowboy. Imagine you're now into cosplay. What are the top 5 movie costumes you would like to wear?
Okay. There you go.
It's going to go well, this mate.
All right, there you go, yeah. Okay, I mean, you got 5?
Well, I've omitted cowboy.
Right.
I haven't put any movie cowboys in, so I've omitted it.
Okay.
So are we going to pretend like we're going to like Comic-Con as like in cosplay or something?
If you want.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
So for number 5, mate,
Right.
I want to be a T-bird. How cool would that be?
I mean,
just rocking and rolling, and I've got my hair all brill creamed up.
I mean, it's nearly there. It's greased up now, isn't it?
I think it's long enough to do a Danny Zuko.
Right. Lovely.
Or a Michael Carrington, depending on whether you like Grease 1 or Grease 2.
It's going straight over my head. Don't remember none of those characters. My first one, Jill's always wanted to see me as Spider-Man.
All right, for that specialist video.
Yeah. So I've got to do that one for Jill. Spider-Man.
Did you see the video in the week of the bloke who did Spider-Man? He dressed up as Spider-Man, jumped in a swimming pool as Spider-Man, but the effect ended up waterboarding him. And he just went into panic in the middle of the pool because it was apparently it was exactly like being waterboarded.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
No, I didn't. Well,
Anyway,
thanks for the warning.
Schoolboy error. Number 4 then, mate. I'd like to dress up as Alex from A Clockwork Orange.
Right. Okay.
Dapper man in that weird sort of freaky suit.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Well done. This is one, I've done one for Jill.
Yeah.
This is one against Jill. So Ghostface from Scream 2.
You scared her a few times with that, didn't you?
I have, yeah. It's good. I used to have it, so I don't know where it's gone now. I think I might have chucked it away or she's burnt it or something.
I'd go
I
for
did
the
used to
latter.
jump out and scare her on that. There you go.
Number 3, mate. So Keanu Reeves, he ain't the prettiest guy. I mean, people might disagree with me, but he puts that John Wick suit on and he just looks proper like dapper.
Right.
And I would love to put a proper suit on, see if I could scrub up at all. So I'd like the John Wick suit.
Are yours just suits and leather jackets?
No.
No.
What I've done, mate, I'm going to Comic-Con in 5 years.
Right.
So I'm trying to build up my confidence each year because I can imagine the first year I'll be like, everyone's going to think I'm stupid. So I'll put my T-Bird stuff on and then I'd realise people are walking around dressed as like Jar Jar Binks and things like that and be gaining in confidence every year.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. My next one?
Yeah.
Dr. Evil.
Yes.
I think I've got like the
Wouldn't
hair
take too
for
much
it.
work, mate, if I'm honest.
It would.
No, you're just going for ease, aren't you?
There we go.
Yeah, my number 2, I want to go as a Mask in his yellow suit. Do you know the one that's got the big feather up on
Right,
it? And
yeah.
he's like, but I want the face done properly
Right.
like him.
Not far off. Like the features and that. There you go. My number 2, is it?
Yeah.
Flash Gordon.
Okay.
But I think you'd make a good Ming, wouldn't you?
Don't know what that
Don't you
means.
think? Do you know who Ming is? Have you seen Flash
I
Gordon?
haven't seen Flash Gordon for 20 years.
Right. I think
20
you'd
odd
make a
years, I
good
can't
Ming,
remember.
if
Yeah.
I'm honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Flash Gordon.
I'm sure there's an insult in there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Got the next one. Yeah. Right. Go on.
So my number 1, mate, and I basically, it's probably predictable for a lot of people, but I'd looked at my hair and I thought, now's the time I can pull this off. So I wouldn't mind Heath Ledger's Joker.
Right.
My hair could go green.
Okay.
I think I could do all right.
We
with that.
do that. Yeah. Good.
Cool.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
My last one, Captain America.
Yeah.
Post serum,
Right.
but I'd take you along to be the pre-serum version.
Don't know what that means.
Huh? Well, like the weedy one, the one with no muscle.
I'm sure there's an insult in there somewhere, mate.
There definitely is. I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
The weedy one, like the weedy, like no muscle one. He's like really weedy, like can't breathe properly, can't run and like walk without having to
Captain
out of breath.
America was it? Was it someone who was really...
Yeah, like yourself, like just like a weed out of breath and that. And then obviously he has the serum and he turns into like a muscly version, like proper Captain America. So we could go as like, me and you, like that, and it would be perfect.
So I assumed when he was weedy, when he become more muscly and strong, he shrunk 18 inches.
I actually think he got all up, but
All right,
I'll wear some platforms. It's fine. It'll work. Don't worry. There we go. All right. As long as you don't go as Rocky Horror, I would not like to see that. No chance. Whatever his name is, Frankenweenie or whatever. What was he know? Frankenweenie?
Frankenfurter.
Right, anyway, yeah. But I don't want to see that. No. Thank you very much. All right.
Might have been there and done that one.
So thank you very much, Robert.
Yeah, cheers.
With your email address.
I won't say.
No.
Don't use that for your CVs, Robert.
All right, okay. Yeah. Moving on.
Yes, mate.
This is the reason that I've rushed back from holiday.
Yes.
Okay. We saw a film.
Yeah, we did. We watched a film that's currently 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 12A, 2 hours, 14 minutes long, builds a comedy crime with a lovely synopsis of a live-action prequel feature film following a young Cruella de Vil. With a $100 to $200 million budget, I mean, that's wide, isn't it? But 160 million gross.
This is directed by Craig Gillespie, starring the Emmas, Emma Stone and Emma Thompson.
This was 2021's Cruella.
Got clip, bud?
Yes, mate.
From the very beginning, I realized I saw the world differently than everyone else. That didn't sit well with some people. But I wasn't for everyone. I guess they were always scared that I'd be a psycho. But a new day brings new opportunities. And I was ready to make a statement. How does the saying go? I am woman. Hear me roar.
There we go. Your clips are getting good, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah,
I'm putting a bit of effort into
No worries. There we go. So we are doing something that we'd spoken about before. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the new Ben Wheatley film, but we're not going to bother now because Universal will be in dicks about it and not giving it to the light. So we decided to do Cruella because we thought we had enough about it to talk about. Obviously, I was on holiday. It was difficult. It's lucky, really, because I couldn't get Netflix, Prime. All I had was Freeview. I couldn't stream anything from my phone.
Imagine the stress levels that would have created, mate.
Yeah, I know, it did. Yeah. I had to rush my homework film. I had to watch it on my phone. Lucky I have it downloaded on there. But there you go.
Yeah.
Third world problems.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So what did you think, mate, of 2021's Cruella?
Well, it's no secret, mate, is it? We've revealed it. But I really enjoyed it. And it was a total surprise that I just weren't expecting. Right. And I just wonder if that's how you get the best out of one of these films.
I suppose so.
Because, I mean, in my head, I've built up ones that I was really looking forward to. I mean, some of these have been like a year and something being postponed, haven't they, because of everything going on. And this one, I wasn't that fussed about seeing. I wasn't that objectional. Don't get me wrong. I weren't like, watching that. But I wasn't that fussed. I was quite happy to watch it. Didn't make must-watch list. In fact, I was going for a nap, let's be honest. That was my expectations. But I really, really, really was blown away by it, mate. It was a lovely evening.
Yeah, I went away on date day, wasn't it, for me? Yeah. And I said to Gill, I'm probably going to have a little nap later on in it. I did tell her up front. She was happy with that because she was happy to be at the cinema. She was happy to watch the film and me to be there for a little bit. Yeah. So I thought it was going to be a Disney fluffy one. I knew nothing about it. I presume I've not really seen a lot of 101 Dalmatians or whatever it is. I remember seeing it when I was younger, probably when it first came out. I don't know, what was it, 50s or something? And yet, I'm exactly as you said. I didn't expect a lot. And it was darker than I thought.
It was very dark.
Yeah.
I don't think they went too dark.
Do you know what? Did you take the kiddie winks?
The kid actually went before us.
Right.
Because we was, for some reason, I weren't too fussed about seeing it. It was 2 hours odd. The younger one, I don't think he would have been that interested, especially to sit down for 2 hours, 14 minutes.
Yeah.
So the older one went off with my mum and my niece, and they went and watched it. My mum was like, oh, it's really good. Don't trust my mum on films, because, you know, people like films, and they go, it's wonderful, and you think, yeah, not a bit of me. But I should have listened. And then we wasn't that objectionable. We got our little, little card things, so I can go as often as we like. And we was like, why not? Why not? Let's broaden our horizons and sit and watch it. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did, mate. Soundtrack on it.
Yeah, probably.
Jesus.
Yeah, probably one of my favourite ones ever, I think now. I mean, any film that has the Stooges, I Want to Be Your Dog, one of my favourite tunes of all time. It had Sympathy for the Devil, from the Stones, loads of bits. I mean, absolutely brilliant. And they just kept coming, didn't they? And they played in really good points of the film. And I loved it. Soundtrack was amazing.
I thought so, mate, and I agree with you 100%, but I had a weird thing happen, right?
Oh.
So we went off, I think weekend after or something, we went off to the cinema, come back. On the way back, I said to her, are you tired? She was like, no, not really. So I was like, let's go up to the bar, because I built a bar. I said, we're like the fire pit. Have a few drinks up there, shall we? She was like, yeah, why not? So we had a couple of hours up there. So put some music on. So I went, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the Cruella soundtrack on. Don't quite work so well off of the film, mate.
Does it not?
No, I did.
Okay.
I'd sat there and both of us after about 40 minutes went, shall I put something else on?
Was it definitely the soundtrack from
It
the
was
film?
the
Was it like someone
No, it was
playlist?
the official one through Spotify. It was the
Right.
actual one. Some great songs on there.
Right.
But it don't work so well as it does in the film. I mean, in the film, it added to every scene and the tone of the movie. And I think each one was perfectly chosen. But I think actually when you put them all together, for me, like some soundtracks I will listen to quite happily. Didn't work for me off of the film.
What's that fucking ruin then?
No, but I genuinely, I haven't got any issues with it in the film. I thought it was great. But for me, mate, it didn't work off the film.
There we go. I thought it looked really good. The sets and the portrayal of London I thought was great.
Sets were brilliant.
Yeah, they were, but I didn't quite realise it was that much money.
No.
I mean, they got to look good, didn't they, for that much money?
I was shocked. I mean, they've said 100 to 200 million. That is a fair old difference, that.
Yeah, but even at 100 million, you'd
A lot of
expect it to
dollar,
look
innit?
good, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I mean, the costumes I thought were really powerful. And I thought the sets were powerful. Visually, it was an absolute masterpiece, I thought.
Yeah, well, I didn't think that I'd actually get enjoyment on a film that was based around fashion.
You and me both,
Yeah,
mate.
it's not, well, I mean, obviously with you, I mean, we know that, but that you've got no interest whatsoever in anything to do with fashion. But obviously, I dip my toe in every now and again, do you know what I
Really?
mean? I've had the odd winkle picker and stuff like
Really?
that. I mean, I ain't got like funny clown shoes like Lee or anything like that.
I
like-
mean, Lee had a lovely jacket on the other day. And all you was doing was taking the piss out of it, standing there in like your khakis and stuff, mate. I don't really know what's going on.
But anyway, right, we know that you're not going to have an interest in fashion. However, people will be surprised that I was sort of that blown away about the fashion bits in this. I love the like the bin men bit where she got dropped with
Oh, that
that.
was awesome.
Great
wasn't
bit,
it?
wasn't it? Yeah, and I did love the part where they had the fashion show with Iggy and the Stooges playing I Want to Be Your Dog. That was like probably one of my favourite scenes on there. But yeah, it was, the fashion bits I found really interesting.
It was
Like,
interesting, actually. Yeah, it was all bought. And I can imagine the fashionistas being a bit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like these top designers just being an utter wanker to their staff.
Oh yeah, I mean I've not seen any of the films really based around fashion. We know the Neon Demon was one that we enjoyed as well, didn't we? I enjoyed the pompousness of the upper class England against the poor side, and the film did well to show and explain that, I think, to the younger audience
Yep.
about those sort of class differences. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I thought the actual story was really good as well. I thought the story was solid throughout. And I'm like you, I'm not a huge 101 Dalmatians fan. I think I've seen the films when I was younger. I know the story and the general story, but I thought they wrote a good, solid story in there.
I mean, it was dark. We had like deaths, murder plots, and there was a lot of thieving and all that in. So it was all pretty.
But weirdly, though, they did stop short of actually killing dogs. the little twist on it, because I think, as far as I was aware, and please tell me whether I'm wrong or not, but I assumed that Cruella had killed Dalmatians for her coat in the Disney one.
I mean, again,
I know they was a
don't know.
lot darker back then. People didn't question it as much. People didn't go, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
But I like the twist on the Dalmatian story in this that it wasn't actually she hated Dalmatians.
Yeah.
It was just more of a flashback on why she had disliked them rather than actually wanting to wear them as a coat.
What do you think of the dogs in this one?
I struggled with the angry Dalmatians.
Right.
I thought the dogs were great.
Right.
I really liked the little the little novelty dogs, I'll call them, which was Cruella's and Jasper and Hector's. But the actual Dalmatians being a ferocious dog, I didn't really buy it. I've seen them, I've played with them. They're dumb as fuck, mate, them things. But actually, as a hunting dog...
Well, you can train any dog, though, can't you, to do...
I don't
shit
know,
like
mate.
that?
I don't think a Dalmatian struggle with sit and come, I think.
Well, I thought that the dogs were sort of like the Disney bit, if you know what I mean, like the fun sort of Disney bit. Struggled a little bit with the fact that they were sort of using them in the heist and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that little one was brilliant.
Yeah,
mate. Little rat dog.
Yeah, I mean they was all right. The CGI was all right. It was just like that was sort of like the fluffy Disney bit for me. They have the characters, don't they? They generally have the animal characters in the films, and I thought that those were. I mean, they added a bit of comedy. Yeah, I mean, it's all right.
Yeah. No, I found it weird that they had made, because Cruella, as far as I'm aware, is a Disney villain.
Yeah.
And we've also almost made a Disney villain the hero in this film.
Uh-huh.
And I thought that was a weird paradox to have. And I get the opinion they're going to go and do something else with this, and now I don't know where they go with it.
Yeah. I mean, it was her origin, obviously.
It was an origin thing, but it's...
You're allowed to do what you like with an origin story, and you can never do it.
I was rooting for her.
Yeah, for a bit.
Did you like is it Estella Cruella sort of alter ego?
I thought it was a bit weird that obviously no one recognised her. It's a bit like Clark Kent, isn't it? Being Superman.
I don't think you're allowed to question that, are you?
No, you're not. Especially not in a Disney film. Do I like it? I mean, listen. It worked.
Yeah.
Split personality pretty much. I sort of liked the dynamic that she had with the two thieves, which I didn't recognise. Yeah, I didn't recognise that as Richard Jewell, wasn't it?
Yeah. Paul Waterhouse.
Yeah. I knew I'd recognised him from somewhere, and it wasn't until you said quite a bit afterwards.
He was great. I did struggle a little bit with a "Cool, blimey, governor," all that sort of overly Cockney stuff.
London, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fam.
Yeah, but I thought...
Do you prefer, actually, let's go, do you prefer that sort of portrayal of London, the old Cockney, all right, governor, or do you prefer, all right, fam?
Cool, governor all day long. Yeah. But I thought Joel Fry was great as well. So he was the other dude.
He's good. I like him. I remember him from... I think we saw him in... some other thing, Bad Education, or something that goes back a bit.
Fresh Meat or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. There you go.
But like I thought they was actually a bit of a curveball for Jasper and Horace, sorry, not Hector.
Right.
I thought they was a bit of a curveball for them.
Right.
I wouldn't have chosen them, but they were casted brilliantly.
Yeah.
When they turned up, and I thought they played off each other really, really well.
Yeah.
And I thought the whole casting was good.
I do. I think Marc Strong was strong, like what I did then. But I thought he was definitely in the background.
Yeah.
I do like him as an actor. I think he is good. Maybe, I don't know, maybe overcast, not quite sure that it needed someone of Marc Strong's calibre.
I thought Marc Strong was Marc Strong.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. The two Emmas.
Yeah.
Who was your favourite?
Stone.
Was it?
Okay. See, this is what I thought, who's the other one? Emma Thompson. For some reason I got Watson written down here.
Oh, yeah?
That's bad. Isn't
Brilliant. That would have been good.
Emma Thompson does what she does best. I don't think she was necessarily an amazing performance.
Really? You don't think she was good?
No, she was great. Okay. But I thought she did what she did best. I don't think she outperformed her usual stuff. Like this, for me, if you go to, I don't know, Zombieland or something with Emma Stone or The Favourite, this is a completely different character. Mm. Emma Thompson was Emma Thompson. I've seen her play this character more than once.
Right.
And she does it fucking amazingly. Don't get me wrong, she is strong, but I just think for those different nuances, Emma Stone wins it for me.
Is Emma Stone one of the best female actresses out at the moment?
I believe she is, Steve.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
I mean, I do. I
Yeah.
just think that she is good. She turns around to pretty much
She's
everything, whether it be
captivating.
comedy or, like I say, things like La La Land, not seen it, but I've heard that she's very good in it. And like I say, this, I think that she's probably going to be one of the top actresses for a long time.
Yeah, but I just believe this to be a performance I haven't seen before.
Right.
Whereas with Emma Thompson, I believe I've seen that character before.
Okay, there we go.
And that's not going anything against her. She's doing what she does best, and she's doing it really, really well. But I actually admire Emma Stone for this performance.
Right, okay. I mean, was there a Disney type good message in this? Or was it just a case of the best of two evils? Was there a message? Was there a Disney message?
It's a difficult one, mate, isn't it? Because this is what I say. This is a problem when you're making a villain a hero. Because she was a bit of a renegade, wasn't she? I don't know. It certainly wasn't the feel-good factor, was it? It wasn't a Disney feel-good film.
No. I mean, saying that, obviously we had the end scene, which I thought was good. It was good cinema. The Emma Thompson scene, the end and the outing of her as being a murderer, whatever. That was like a good cinematic moment,
It's
wasn't
almost
it?
like a murder mystery bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah. But it's, but like I say, I don't think there was a proper Disney message in there.
I don't believe there is. I think they've done a great job at using a character, probably an underused character from Disney, to turn into a feature film.
Oh.
But I think it's difficult to do. I suppose it depends whether they're trying to, whether we see her as a hero or the villain thing again, because she is a villain. And I suppose you can't really give a feel-good message on that too much, can you?
Could you tell your kid off if she went out and stole something after watching this? Do you think that it's actually sort of shown anything like thieving or anything like that in a bad light, or what?
Depends whether I wanted it, I suppose. I've nicked this.
If she said, I saw it on Cruella and it was all fun on that, and they didn't get told off.
I suppose it's one of them things, but they were proper. I mean, they were chances, weren't they? It reminded me of, I can't remember the TV show that was on that had a few of them, and they were showing you all these tricks of the trades and stuff like that. And I thought it was fun to watch those bits. I don't think they was dumb enough that they didn't come across as high level criminals, weren't they? They were just chances. And I thought it was funny. I thought the comedy in there from them two worked.
Right.
But yeah, if she wants to go and nick me a new iPod or something, I'll go to prison. She'll probably get away with a warning.
Right. Good.
Worth a punt, isn't it? What did you think of the length then, mate?
I thought I was going to notice it, but obviously I'd planned to sleep through it. But no, I thought it was all right. I didn't really notice it. I thought there's quite a bit of action. It seemed to move along at a decent pace. When it sort of started to tell a bit of story and sort of started to slow down, it would pick back up again pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind it.
When we sat there and I was like, I'd done my popcorn. I'd pick a mix. I'd done my
First
drink.
5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I'd done my drink.
Why'd you drink your drink so quick? And then spend the rest of the film without a drink?
I'm thirsty.
Right.
And they don't do, because we're in Britain, because we got basically, right, everyone else in the world, we are run by wankers, right? So they go, these adults can't possibly control their own diet or habits, so we're going to put these taxes on, and we're going to only let them sell really small drinks.
It's not small.
You go
it's
to America,
big.
mate, you can buy a fucking bucket of the shit for $2 with a big straw
It's
in.
big enough to last a 2-hour film, mate.
Yeah,
if you
it's
buy a big
not.
one.
I'm sorry,
fucking
mate,
is.
it's
Go
not.
on, carry on.
But yeah, so I'd done all my thing, and I looked, and I just clicked my phone on. We was only like 45 minutes in there, and I thought I'd been sitting there for well over an hour.
Right.
And I got worried. And I said to me, it's only 45 minutes in. She was like, what? And I was only 45 minutes in, got another like hour and a half yet. Blimey. And then it just seemed to go.
Right.
I thought the slower pacing at the start, obviously we was in Act 1, so we're setting up the scene with how she's going, and it hadn't really got going amazingly well. And then suddenly it just seemed to pick up pace for me, and before I knew it, I was really gripped.
Right. I know that the first act was, I suppose, a little bit slow, wasn't it? And then it sort of like, as soon as it came on and she was grown up, it did pick right up, didn't it? Paced.
I mean, we had the younger actors. They was all right, I think.
They were all right, yeah, not too bad.
One of the kids irritated me, but like I say, I just thought it was a really clever way, and I know we've discussed it, but Emma Stone with her performance of vulnerability and then evilness, it just really kept me captivated, because even when the dynamics within the other sort of characters, with Horace and Jasper, when she was turning into a bit of a fucker. And I actually had a bit of, I thought, and I think this whole thing did a very good job at all these villainous characters making you feel sorry for them.
Right.
And yeah, I think it's, I was saying, no, I've got no affinity with Cruella, but I feel like I have now.
Right.
I think it's quite a clever use of the character.
Okay.
It was nice to see them do something with it.
Excellent.
But as I've said, mate, and as my little rant last week, have they left it open for another one? Are we going to get another one? I don't know whether you deem this as a success yet, 160 million, if they've done 100, 200 million on it.
I think is it not streaming on Disney as well, is it? Because we were going to watch it again while I was away, but we had no Wi-Fi. I don't know if I mentioned that. So we couldn't. So I couldn't watch it again. So I'm quite a few weeks sort of removed from it, which is a bit annoying because we was actually going to sit down and watch it again and give Disney more money, which is not something that I thought that I would actually be saying.
No, I'm just, like I say, they have chucked a buckload of money at this. And it does show, and the production shows, and I think the story works, and the writers have done a great job. I just don't want them to do anything else with it.
Right.
Just leave it alone.
They have alienated, obviously, the youngsters on this one, haven't they? So it's always going to have to go that little bit harder to make its money, I would have thought.
I don't know, because it's 12A.
Yeah, but I mean, Disney, you sort of tend to think you can take sort of 6, 7, 8 year olds.
Have they done? I mean, this is what have they followed the template of, say, the Avengers? Because we was looking at the Avengers the other day. They got the Black Widow coming out, and she was like, "Oh, I might want to take Kimmy to see that," and I was like, "Oh, I'll have a look what it is." And at the moment, it's rated as a 12, so she can't go.
Right.
But then I went back through every other Avengers thing; they're all 12A,
right?
Which allows the parents to go and allows the kids to go with the parents. So
right.
Actually, they keep a level of story that interests the adults, and then they keep a level of story that interests the kids.
Right.
So have they actually done it better? Are Disney looking at going into trying to emulate? I mean, do they own all the Avengers?
They do now, yeah.
Yeah, so they own all of them. Are they actually trying to go for all of these right down the middle films that have got enough edge?
I want them all as 18s.
I would, mate. I would, but could we get us Toy Story that's a 12A?
An 18 Toy Story would be good.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, wouldn't it just?
But yeah, I'm with you. It bothers me a little bit when I watch some of these because I think, why have you done that as a 12A or something? I want a bit more to it. But I just wonder whether they've this is a shrewd move by them, because I wouldn't have seen this if this was a PG. We wouldn't have watched this, mate.
No, definitely not. Like Venom, I think there's one that they sort of ruined by putting a lower rating on that needed to be a 15 or an 18.
But this was reasonably dark.
Yep. Gotcha.
It works for me. I can sit here and talk Disney. Okay. And we're not like feeling a bit weird.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right. I ain't got much more to say.
No, me neither, mate.
Well, I couldn't watch it again, so I can't change my score. I can't remember what I done last time.
Okay.
It was either 72 or 74.
Okay.
So I'm going to say one of those two.
All right. I'll when I do the stats, I'll go back 2 episodes ago. I'm sticking with me 87, mate.
Okay.
I really genuinely liked it, and I haven't had a chance to rewatch it again.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sticking with it. I think it was great.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you watched anything else then, mate?
The only things I've been watching, mate, is Ed Stafford stuff.
Fucking hell. I hope he's not there. You're going to be fucking...
He's not there, mate.
Groveling all over him, and like a bad smell hanging around him.
He leaves on the 1st of July to film a new series.
Good. I'm sure he's definitely... He's like, I'm definitely going. This bloke's a bell end.
I was telling Little about it. She was like, who's he? So she obviously, as you know, she stays up for one night a week with us. And she was like, can we watch one of his things? So I went, do you want to watch...
The animal killing, yeah.
Do you want to watch Naked and Marooned? Or do you want to watch Walking the Amazon? She went, Naked and Marooned, please, Marc. So I went, no worries, I'll get the disc out. Fucking snapped it, getting out of the case, mate. So I was like, gonna have to watch the Amazon one. So I had to re-buy the DVD.
Right.
But yeah, she's been loving it. She's been watching.
Excellent.
And that's it, mate.
Brilliant.
100 on all of them.
Okay, all right. So I've watched G.I. Joe 63. That was a bit busy.
Okay.
Remember, most of these have been on Film 4.
Okay.
Because that's what I got while I was away. That was like literally it. Waterboy.
Oh, yeah.
76. I like a Waterboy.
It's not too shabby.
Nah, it's good fun, isn't it? Bad Times at the El Royale. I got 66 on that. It was all right. It filled a hole that we had, a gaping hole. And they had all of the James Bond DVDs there, weirdly. That's all they had. So we watched Casino Royale.
Right.
77 on that.
Okay.
It's not too bad, mate. Not too bad. I don't think you know what I'm talking about, do you? But it was...
I think, have I seen that one?
No, I think it was the one before Quantum of Solace or something. I think
Skyfall. I've seen Skyfall.
I think
Quantum
it's
of
like the
Solace.
first one of the first ones.
I need
I've
to
seen
see the Casino Royale one.
Right.
That's another Daniel Craig one.
Yes,
Isn't it? I
yes.
did say I'd watch that.
Yeah.
So I need to watch that one. Did
Okay.
you nick it? Oh,
They had all of them. I should have got them all for
I
you.
thought you could have just put them.
There we go. No, see, Cruella's rubbing off bad on you, aren't you? You think that thieving's good.
Should have swagged it, me old China.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, then should we move on?
Yes, mate.
This is the next section. This is the section that we have to call
Homework.
There we go. So this is the section where we give each other films that the other one hasn't seen in the hope of uncovering hidden gems. What did you give me, mate?
Gave you a film, mate. It's currently 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb as a 15, 1 hour, 34 minutes billed as a comedy drama. With a synopsis of, in 2002, an artistically inclined 17-year-old girl comes of age in Sacramento, California. This is a Greta Gerwig directed film starring Saoirse Ronan, Laurie Metcalf and Tracy Letts. $10 million budget, grossing $79 million. This was 2017's Lady Bird.
There you go. So I watched it on my phone, my little phone.
Not sure that counts, mate.
No, so it could be an issue.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Right.
Listen, that's all I could do. I had it downloaded on the phone. There's nothing else I could do about it, mate. I couldn't have watched it any other way.
Yeah.
It was quite fast paced, wasn't it?
It didn't hang about.
No. So it was almost fly on the wall. She seemed to have a lot of life experiences in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like it jumped in time, was it? It was like a very, very short amount of time from the start of the film to the end. It didn't dwell on any of them for a long period, which I think helped keep the focus on the family dynamic, which I think is what it was about anyway, the factual film. Laurie Metcalf was very good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed her character, Saoirse Ronan. Is it Saoirse?
Saoirse, yeah.
Yeah, she's a good actress, isn't she?
She's great.
Yeah. I think
she's
there's
really
obviously,
good.
I'm not quite sure exactly what else
And
she's been in.
really Irish when you hear her, which is great when you hear her accents in other films.
Yeah. The dad was my favourite.
Yeah.
He was brilliant, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Bless his heart. I felt really sorry for him. And I know that the relationship between her and her mum was the main focus, and I liked watching them sparring off together. They would have like a nice touching conversation.
Yeah.
And then it would just end up like turning into fucking...
Do you remember that though, as a kid, like with your parents, where
Yeah.
it'd be like thingy, and then suddenly it would just erupt.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, "Oh, I can't believe you've done that," and then go out and slam the door.
I mean, I
made
get it
myself-
now. Don't you
Yeah.
get it home?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you start off a nice conversation, all of a sudden you're screaming at each other.
Yeah.
But there you go, yeah. So I found it a bit weird that she wanted to better herself,
Yeah.
but then she seemed to not do anything to do so.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She always seemed to do something that would she never seemed to be wanting to do the things that she needed to do to better herself. I found that quite frustrating.
I suppose
of the
it was a
character.
paradox between she wanted to better herself, but she was also quite easily influenced by other people because she didn't actually have any life experience, did she?
No.
So I think she was trying to better herself and looking at everyone else around her, thinking that they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
It was, yeah. The sub characters I thought were good. I liked the old nun.
Yeah.
She was quite a good one. And her friend, was it Julie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty good. The side stories, I mean, the gay one, that came as a shock.
Yeah.
Well, that was quite like the way it happened. It was pretty good. But then obviously we also got the tender scene later on where she showed a side of her that you hadn't seen before, where she was comforting him when he broke down. I thought that was good. The first time sex, I imagine how long you lasted probably, and we'll have to leave it there. He was a bit of a cock, wasn't he?
Yeah, wasn't he?
Didn't really like him. But yeah, the best acting bit for me, or the best scene, was the mum, Laurie Metcalf, in the car after she dropped her off at the airport and she wouldn't talk to her.
Yeah.
And that sort of like little breakdown that she had. And Greta Gerwig didn't really pander to a good sort of ending for that, did she?
No.
She sort of left it that she'd missed her. And I know that obviously her dad said, oh, she'll be back or whatever, but that's how it was left, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You never then got to see them two together reconciling or anything. And I thought that
remember
was quite
watching
good
it
filmmaking.
the first time and just thinking, huh?
Yeah, I know,
It
yeah.
just sort of ends.
Yeah.
You know?
The New York bit,
Yeah.
not quite sure why we why we needed it? I know she went to New York,
Yeah.
but then obviously she got drunk and she ended up in hospital, and then
I think it was just showing that she did do exactly what everyone thought she would do and what students do.
right.
So I think it's just giving her. This is what I said to Cassie as we were sitting down watching it. I was like, the problem is if you do repress kids, they end up just flying off and being rebellious. So you're better off just letting them, because the fact that they had tried to repress her and stop her doing this, which is why when she went in head first.
Yeah. I suppose it just sort of
it's
like
a life lesson, isn't it?
it was. I suppose it just sort of reiterated to myself that she was going to fuck it up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would have liked to have seen the family get a break, like the dad get a job.
Yeah.
I know it's really weird, but I didn't like leaving them in the situation because I didn't think that she was going to make a go of it. They refinanced their house for her to do it. So I was left thinking, poor fuckers, you know what I mean? Like,
So it sounds mean. I didn't actually think she was that special at anything.
No,
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like you
she's
looked
not.
her acting and you thought she's going to be an actress or something. She wasn't actually that good at anything.
No, she's actually wasn't. And this is what I mean. I can just, my mind at the end of it was thinking, she's fucked that up. They've lost their house. How depressing is that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like, it's just weird to leave it like that. There was no real sort of happy ending for anybody.
No.
You know what I mean?
It was
And-
nice seeing the dad supporting the brother, though. Oh, at the
very
job
much so.
interview.
Yeah,
and you're like,
this is why I wanted him maybe to sort of like him to get a job.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that you know that he was all right because he was nice, and it's sort of just left that he's probably going to lose everything because his daughter's going to fuck up this this college
see,
thing.
I suppose this is the bit on this film is if you don't know, I can't remember her name now, but this is actually almost a biography.
Right.
It's actually the woman who wrote it about her time growing up. So she
Right.
did go on to be a successful author. So when she says she's going to write,
Right. Okay.
she did do it.
Okay.
So she did become successful author.
Right.
But it don't say in the synopsis or anything about being a biography and bits like that. But this was actually her life.
Gotcha.
So she did go on and do it.
Right.
She has written a lot of books. She is a famous author.
Well, fair enough.
So
fair enough.
there we
There
are.
you go. What happened to the old man? Did her dad get a job?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
there
know,
you go.
mate.
All right. 70.
Okay, I'll take that, mate. That's a good, solid score.
Quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Wish I hadn't watched it on a phone.
Yeah.
But I did quite enjoy it. I'd like to watch it again. I think it's one of those. It sort of falls into my wheelhouse, doesn't it? Like me Florida project and me American Honeys and stuff like that. I think it's like that because it just sort of like you're just on the peripheries of what's going on.
Yeah.
So I quite enjoyed it, mate.
Cool.
So thank you very much.
Welcome.
There you go. So I gave you a 2013 film directed by Michael Bay, starring Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne Johnson, Anthony Mackie, Tony Shalhoub and Ed Davis. Running time of 129 minutes. Budget of $26 million. Taking a box office $86.2 million. 6.4 on IMDb, 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, with a synopsis of a trio of bodybuilders in Florida get caught up in an extortion ring and a kidnapping scheme that goes terribly wrong. I gave you 2013's Pain and Gain.
Yes, you did, mate.
I did.
So before I went into this, I've actually had a few people get in contact.
Oh,
I was
did
like, oh my God, you're going to love this film.
Right.
And I go, oh my God, you're going to hate this film. I think Emma said this is his first film for 8 she turned off or something.
Okay.
I think Glyn was like, oh, I love this film.
Right.
I think it would be, but a lot of people were saying,
As
I
I
love it
expected.
or you hate
Yeah.
it. And people seem to love it or hate it. So I didn't think there would be any reason for me to be one or the other.
Right.
But it turns out, mate, I far from hated it.
Right.
I definitely didn't love it.
Right.
So I am in the middle. So
Of course you are.
somewhere in the middle.
Of course you are. You might as well be wearing brown.
Fuck you. Apparently these blokes are parodies of the actual characters,
Yeah.
right? So they didn't want to make heroes of them.
I did say loosely.
Yeah,
didn't
no, I get it. But I think it went a bit too far.
Michael Bay.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up contradicting myself through these notes, so bear with me. And I'm not actually sure what was wrong in making a straight film of this. I mean, I've seen plenty of stories like this done before, and I don't think it would have been that controversial. I just wonder why they went as parody-like as they
Michael
did.
Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Keep
Michael
saying these
Bay.
words to me. I thought all the performances were pretty good. Don't mind The Rock, actually. I'm not anti-Rock. Wahlberg, Mackie were good and solid. Wahlberg made me cringe a little bit at points, but
Do you not find him funny sometimes?
Yeah, no,
He was
absolutely.
funny,
Yeah, I thought the comedy was good. I think that they did a great job of showing the victim as not a very nice person and continuing throughout with that sort of perseverance of him being a bit of a bellwith, as you'd say.
Yeah. Used it a lot this week.
Yeah. I actually thought Rebel Wilson was funny.
Right.
I thought she did make me laugh, and she had a place in this film, but I would have preferred to see a straight version of this. Like I've said before with Mark Strong, Ed Harris did Ed Harris. He was who he was.
Yeah.
I don't think he particularly went out of anything, but he was good. And I thought they got a decent film. When I looked at the budget, mate, I thought they got a decent film for their money. And Christ, they were lumps, weren't they? Apparently Wahlberg, right, was on 12 meals a day before doing this and during
Did you understand the bodybuilding bit?
Yeah.
You understood all that? Yeah, yeah.
proteins
You sure?
and stuff
Oh, you
like
did?
amino
Okay.
acids. Yeah,
Okay.
I get it
I'm
all.
just checking, mate. I'm
I
just
get it all.
checking that you understand
Yeah,
that sort of
surprised
side
you
of
know,
life.
mate. I did sports science, so don't worry about that. I get it. I've never obviously done it myself. But I thought there was a good amount of comedy in there that actually made me laugh. I actually did laugh at this, and I thought it took a light-hearted look at some pretty serious shit. They were nasty bastards. The thing that got me, it was a constant reminders of, oh, by the way, this is still a true story.
Yeah.
This is still a true story. They're a bit strange, but on one hand, I think it needed it at points because there was no way someone would have been able to get away with this, and them going, well, it's actually true, makes you think, oh, Jesus Christ. But the way they presented the characters did make me question the validity of it being a true story, which I struggled with a bit. And I know you said it's a loose adaptation, but I think some of the stupid parts were a bit too stupid that they added, like the hand barbecue and stuff like that. I thought there were some great set pieces, though, mate. I thought it was really good. And I want to say it was so bad it's good, but it's not actually bad.
Right.
So if you know what I'm saying, it's so bad it's good. I thought it was far from a failure, but I definitely wouldn't mind watching a more serious approach to this one. Not necessarily delete this one, but I wouldn't mind seeing this as a more serious one. But I was reasonably happy with what they did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all right, mate. I had good fun with it. I got
Right.
68.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
It kept me a lot more entertained than I thought it would.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I'm not going to like this. But actually, I thought they was all...
It's a good bit of fun.
Yeah, it
one of
was.
them got life, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, two of them got, sentenced to death, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, death. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
two of them got sentenced
not
to
life.
death.
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah, it was madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, not madness. Murderers, but there you go.
Yeah, but they were nasty bastards. But yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So
mate.
No worries. So what you got for me next week, mate? Well, it's not next week.
Yeah.
2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time.
Not doing homework next week.
Right.
2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
What you got for me in 2 weeks?
I got you a film, mate. It's currently 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 15, 2 hours, 7 minutes long build as a bog, free drama, with a synopsis of, based on writer Susanna Kayson's account of her 18-month-long stay at a mental hospital in the late 1960s, starring Winona Ryder, Angelina Jolie, Brittany Murphy, Clea Duvall, Elizabeth Moss, $40 million budget, grossing $48 million. This is 1999's Girl Interrupted.
Right. Sounds fantastic, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Light-hearted.
Light-hearted.
Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. Good.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm giving you a 2020 film directed by Derek Borte, starring Russell Crowe, Karen Pistorius, Gabrielle Bateman, Jimmy Simpson and Austin P. McKenzie. Running time of 93 minutes with a budget of $33 million, taking $43.2 million at the box office. 6 out of 10 on IMDb, 48% on Rotten Tomatoes, with a synopsis of... After a confrontation with an unstable man at an intersection, a woman becomes the target of his rage. I'm giving you 2020's Unhinged.
Oh, bit of woman hating, mate.
Don't start with that again.
I'm just
it's just
I'm
like one
just
of those.
hearing the synopsis you're reading out, mate. That's all.
It's just one of those that I watched. I thought, oh, Marc might like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I've seen it on the thingy. I'll give it a go, mate.
okay.
Thank you.
There we go. Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Looking great.
Yeah.
Looking
Looking good, is he? Looking trim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Cool.
So next week's mate. It's anniversary, isn't it?
It is 3 years, mate.
Is it?
Woohoo!
I mean, it's a long time,
Happy
isn't it?
birthday to
Well, no,
us.
it's not.
No,
We've
not
got to
yet.
get there yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
Who would have thought it?
I mean, no one.
No.
No one. But
Imagine walking around the thing, walking the dogs. I might do a podcast. I'll do one with you, mate. Shall we have a go? Yeah, I'll buy a desk, shall we? Yeah, we've got to do at least 6 episodes to make it work, though. 3 years fucking later.
I know.
Every bastard week. What are we doing?
I don't know. Giving up soon, I think.
Yeah.
But so we're hoping to have, we won't say that we definitely have, we're hoping to have Tim and Lee back.
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing a film that Lee wanted. Lee came to us and said, what did he say?
He was like, "Alright guys, I want you to film for me. Can you use Fifth Element, please?"
So we said, Fifth Element, Lee.
Yeah.
We'll do it as long as you come on with Tim and do it for the 3-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Better bring a fucking present this time.
So hopefully we'll have the guys here 3-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Fifth Element. And we're also going to do some, what's that film, I think?
Yeah.
Bit of extra, what's
No
that film? No
homeworks.
homework.
Yeah.
There you go. Right.
I think I might still have some plates and napkins from the second one. I ain't decorating it again, mate. It took me fucking ages to get that glittery shit up.
Yeah, don't bother.
No.
Don't bother.
No.
I mean, honestly, you've ruined the shed anyway. Don't worry about it. So there we go then, mate.
Yes.
Right. Do you want to reiterate how people can get hold of us on social media?
Absolutely, they can get us on Twitter or Instagram, which is @movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com.
And please do.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm done. Right. Listen, I am honestly done, mate.
Yeah.
I am knackered.
Yeah.
Need to go home. Still got about 4,000 steps to do to do my step total today.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry you're knackered after a week off, mate.
Oh,
I
it's
really feel for you.
It's terrible. I've got a really busy weekend as well. Got a race on Sunday.
Have you?
10K. Yeah. Put on about a kilo, so I need to lose that before the race. I'll be fasting tomorrow.
Is it a charity race? Are you going to have Doug in the buggy?
That would be good, wouldn't it?
It would be
Christian, wouldn't it?
awesome. Dog 10K.
Oh, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Might have to. But I'll put you in it, you want?
I'll
Be like one of those Red
As long as I ain't
Bull
got to
things.
run the fucking thing, mate.
I'll pay to see that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay then, mate.
Yeah.
You done?
Yes, mate.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Thank
All
you.
have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Mark.
Goodbye, Mark.
See you later, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
I'll keep it short and sweet, mate. What's leather and sounds like a sneeze? A shoe. So you want it?
No.
And I think it was far of a based on writers Susan Ken, based on writer Susan, based on writer Susan. Just realising what I said about Ladybird's bullshit because it's related to this one.
Right.
No one will notice. It's
Right.
fine.
For 3 year. And Lee said, ooh, go into Lee's voice.
Oh.
Can we
Poor bastard.
dear.